Icon Park Freefall Drop Tower. Imagine a 14-year-old football star eagerly awaiting to ride one of the world's tallest freestanding drop towers. But tragedy struck as he was violently thrown from the ride. It was something never before seen at the park. Join us as we uncover some disturbing facts like the lack of safety measures and gross negligence of inspectors, which led to disaster. Tyree Sampson, a 14-year-old from Missouri, was visiting Icon Park in Orlando, Florida, with friends during spring break March of 2022. Tyree, or Big Tick, as he was affectionately called by his teammates, was a rising football star with a towering presence of 6 feet 5 inches, weighing in at 383 pounds. He was full of life and excitement, eager to experience the thrills Icon Park had to offer. As the day went on, Tyree and his group made a decision to end their day with a bang: the Free Fall Drop Tower ride. Standing at a staggering height of 430 feet, it was hyped as the world's tallest freestanding drop tower. But despite Tyree's enthusiasm, his height and weight posed safety concerns for the ride operators, and he was prevented from riding some of the attractions earlier in the day. However, nothing could dampen Tyree's spirits. He was determined to experience the ride of a lifetime. Little did he know that this decision would change everything. As the ride began, Tyree and his friends held on tight, ready for the adrenaline rush. But in a sudden turn of events, Tyree was thrown from the ride, plummeting to the ground. The tragic incident shocked not just Orlando, but the world. How could such a promising young life be cut short in a place meant for fun and excitement? Can you imagine the sheer terror that must have gripped Tyree Sampson as he found himself desperately clinging to his seat on the freefall drop tower? A photo taken just before the ride launched showed him in his seat, the shoulder harness buckled but appearing too small for him. His concerns about the harness being loose were brushed aside, and the ride started anyway. As the video footage later revealed, few minutes into the ride, tragedy struck. Tyree was violently displaced from his seat, leaving passengers, friends, and family horrified witnesses. The screams of the other passengers and witnesses filled the air as they desperately called for the ride to be stopped. Despite the swift response of emergency services, Tyree was found on the ground, surrounded by a pool of blood. His injuries were fatal. The loss of this young man, with so much potential, was a devastating blow to all. An investigation into the circumstances of Tyree's death revealed alarming findings. He was significantly above the weight limit set by the ride's manufacturer, which capped at 286 pounds. Questions arose about why he was allowed on the ride in the first place, and whether park workers had checked if the restraint was properly fitted. The lack of critical safety features on the ride, such as additional seatbelts to fasten the harness to the seat, were also highlighted, raising further concerns. It's easy to comprehend why the drop tower was built without these essential safety measures. Most drop tower rides have over-the-shoulder harnesses as standard, with additional safety features like seatbelts commonly used. Yet this ride lacked these crucial precautions. The only restraints were flimsy plastic pull-down straps between the legs. It's unbelievable that this was considered enough to keep riders from falling. And get this, the ride's representatives claimed daily inspections were conducted, but who was performing these inspections? Inexperienced teenagers instead of qualified professionals. Yes, you heard that right. Talk about a lack of proper oversight. It's no wonder this tragedy occurred. How could such a critical safety issue go unaddressed? Sadly, the tragedy shook not just Tyree's family and friends, but the entire community. Tyree's parents were devastated, searching for answers and closure. Sampson's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the park ride operator and the manufacturer, rightfully so. The family's lawyer pointed out instances of negligence, like the failure to provide a simple $22 seatbelt on a multi-million-dollar ride. How could such a blatant disregard for passenger safety be allowed? The lawsuit is still ongoing. The family reached a settlement with the park and ride operator. However, the case continues against the ride's manufacturer. Sampson's family is heartbroken. The park has closed the ride for good. But for Tyree's family, closure and peace still seem far away. What do you think led to this disaster?